Hey yo, E King fight news. We're back at it with some Guillermo Rigondeaux updates. Apparently, the man who dared to be great, who stepped up to move up and face Vasyl Lomachenko despite a two-weight class jump, has now officially been stripped of his WBA 122-pound title. Wow. We did know about this situation before the Vasyl Lomachenko fight. It's now official, as Guillermo Rigondeaux has been removed from the WBA rankings as champion. Now, honestly, the WBA, man, really disappointed in them. I think they need to at least give Guillermo Rigondeaux mandatory positioning as a challenger, or give him an eliminator fight that would allow him to at least be a mandatory for one of these champions, considering he was the previous WBA champion, bar none. He was the man when it comes to that WBA title. Let's see what else was being reported here. And shout out the boxing scene. As it stands, Danny Roman, who previously held the WBA's regular title at the weight, is now the organization's full title holder. So they just took part of this I don't get, because I don't recall a fight between Danny Roman and Guillermo Rigondeaux for the WBA strap, but Roman will have to make at some point a mandatory defense against Moises Flores, who has the interim title. That's the real guy that should be wanting to have a Guillermo Rigondeaux rematch. Moises Flores, the man who got knocked out in what seemed to be a very strange situation in the closing seconds of the first round. It looked like a flop to me, but it also looked like Guillermo Rigondeaux may have held onto the back of his head. Footage doesn't lie, and it seems like he may have done that, depending on the angle you saw it from. If you were in the arena, very hard to see it. Somehow the HBO camera picked it up almost perfectly. And oddly enough, the ref standing right there didn't notice any sort of foul play, other than the fact that he thought that punch landed a split second past the bell, which is absurd, because the official ruling was Guillermo Rigondeaux by KO. Regardless, the official ruling by the referee was Guillermo Rigondeaux. Never has a referee been overturned. Never. But in this situation, it happens. Okay. We know what it is. As we know, previously, Guillermo Rigondeaux had tried to gain a special permission in order to retain his title, even in a losing scenario. However, that was not granted, and it was deemed that if Rigondeaux lost to Vasyl Lomachenko, he would also lose his title at 122 pounds. It is absolutely absurd that a fighter daring to be great, challenging himself against the best in the world, would be stripped of his title. It's absurd. That's absurd, man. Look at this fucking WBA, really disappointing. I would like to see him do that. As far as Guillermo Rigondeaux stands, I mean, one of the fighters I do admire in terms of his backstory and his come up in the game. I've never seen a fighter duck like Rigondeaux. Never seen it. Nope. At some point, if you are a rival, super, is it junior featherweight? A junior featherweight. I believe. Guillermo Rigondeaux. Junior featherweight. If you're in that division and you know Rigondeaux is one of the top guys, why not at least respect the man and say that's not the right fight at this time? I can't, some fucking excuse, man, but like blatant ducking by Carl Frampton, who could have fought Rigondeaux in Ireland. Rigondeaux had expressed interest in going over to Ireland once again, and through his social media, specifically Instagram, and not a peep was heard from Carl Frampton, and in fact he chose to fight Nonito Donaire coming off another loss. Okay, Carl Frampton, that might be easy work for him. Who knows? Donaire might be able to pull off an upset, since Carl Frampton looked like shit in his last fight. He looked like he damn near lost to that dude Garcia, man. Oh man, he damn near lost that fight. That could have been called a draw. Could have been called a draw. My goodness, if that was a I don't think that was a 12-round fight, was it? I think that was a 10-round fight. Now, if that was a 12-round fight, I'm telling you, Carl Frampton would have egg all over his face, man, because he still might have got a decision, but it would have been a clear loss from the fans' eyes. And Guillermo Rigondeaux, I would like to see him call out the other top guys. I want to see Guillermo Rigondeaux call out this dude, Naoya Inoue. I would love to see that fight. They say Inoue's moving up. He's moving up in weight anyways, so they can make that fight. Man, that's an awesome fight right there. Put this dude Inoue against Rigondeaux, crossroads fight. Whew. Man, the power displayed by both guys would be extraordinary, and it would be an awesome test and a comeback fight for Rigondeaux. Man, I would love to see that fight. I would like to see Rigondeaux call out Donaire for a rematch. Why not? If he can beat Carl Frampton, call him out. Call him out. Call out fucking call out all these guys. But someone who you can legitimately fight. You've gone over the UK and fought Frank Warren's fighter Jazza Dickens. Call out Carl Frampton, man. Try and make that fight happen. If that's not gonna happen, fight this dude Moises Flores, man. You gotta fucking, get that no contest off your record and fucking make things right, man. See if Moises Flores wants to make a fight, man. Make the fights that are out there, even if it's a tune-up, but stay busy. Don't let this victory take you out of the sport, because that's what they want. They want Rigondeaux out of the sport, literally. There is an agenda to blackball Guillermo Rigondeaux. There is. And the least he can do is be active once again on social media. It's he's been silent ever since the loss he took. And a lot of people think he took a dive. A lot of people think Guillermo Rigondeaux got paid to lose. I would like to see him address those concerns, because they're legitimate concerns that are swirling out here. And all I can say is I don't buy it at this point, but the truth will always come out, and the truth will always set you free, man. That's at the end of the day, I don't know for sure, and it's not like Guillermo Rigondeaux's yes or no would enhance my belief, but at least he's addressing something in terms of the aftermath of the fight that would explain him losing, other than his hand injury. And since it's a lot of Rigondeaux fans bringing it up, it is. So if Rigondeaux were at least to say something about it, it would definitely address that whole situation, because the last thing I want to hear is to see that. The last thing, if you're a Rigondeaux fan, I don't want to know that you got paid to lose. What the fuck, man? Paid to lose? That's disgraceful. That's not something I would ever endorse. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. You can fight news. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all know.